Hey guys, Brandon Woody here, men's golf coach at Lexington Catholic, and just wanted to send you guys a little video that congratulated you all on a wonderful season. Not only did we finish third in the ninth region, one of the toughest regions in the state, we sent two golfers to the state tournament for the first time in 6 years, and regional runner-up Charlie Spiller and top 7 qualifier Alex Asbridge. Those guys got down to state, did a great job of representing us, and have definitely set the standard and given us something to look forward to as we all work to get back there. This season, we ended up playing in a total of 11 tournaments, counting the state tournament, and a year full of COVID. That's just fantastic. Wasn't sure we were even going to get one in when we started this, and to look back and to see all the progress that we made as a team, and to know we did it, never really understanding or knowing what the Kentucky High School Association could decide or rule upon at any given day. You guys just did a tremendous job of staying focused and just turning our program around. I couldn't be more proud of the 24 guys that we had come out for the golf team. I'm not sure if that's a record or not for the golf teams around in our area, but we have a really unique way of doing things, and everybody plays together and everybody has a chance to be together. And I think a lot of what makes us special is that time and that chemistry that we're able to build during our practices. And that's just a complete compliment to your parents, to you individuals that come out there and represent not only your families, your religion, and the school in a manner that I couldn't be more proud of. As a first year golf coach, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect, and you guys made it a blast. I thought I was going to end up teaching you guys a lot about golf, and instead we get to learn a lot about life. And it's special to me. You guys will always be my first, and I'll hold you guys deep in my heart. They asked for a few awards this year, and I really try to think these over. I know that there are some guys that are pretty close on a couple of them, and I'm just hoping in due time that I can bless you with these awards, that you'll continue to bring what you brought this year. But they wanted to start off with a 2 nights of the year, and I thought that that would only be fitting to go to our number one guy, Lawson Handel, who's just been a blessing and tried to coach and just help me understand the ropes. And we've had a chance to kind of showcase our competitive spirits and to really try to make this something that's special and competitive. The other guy, as I mentioned earlier, state qualifier, Alex Asbridge. Alex, just senior leadership and his approach to not only the game but to life is just amazing. He's a guy that inspires me. I just look for great things out of him in the future. I'm just sorry we don't have him any longer. Hopefully we get him back as a coach. The second award is a coach's award, and I thought long and hard about this one. And there's one guy that is just speaking to me, and that's Gavin Klein. And Gavin came in his first year on the golf team, and we put him in a spot to play and score immediately, and he came through big for us and ended up being one of our most steady performers throughout the whole entire year. A guy that I always knew I could count on. Even when he was doing double duty with football, I knew he was still getting his reps in and preparing to help take us to victory. And those winning habits, man, I'm just proud of, and I thought that Gavin did a great job of displaying those this year. Freshman award, I'm going to give this to John Cercio. And Cercio, I tease him all the time. I've got him on my basketball team, but he wasn't sure he was going to come out and play. And this guy's got a huge future in front of him. I can't wait for you guys to have a chance to see him in the next couple of years. The guy can flat out hit the golf ball, and his approach and work ethic to the whole thing is something that we're going to continue to need, and something that makes it really fun to be a part of. I appreciate John for that. They ask also for a JV award, and a JV award is also going to go to another freshman that I'm looking forward to everybody getting the chance to meet. He's not a loud guy. He's my little lefty, and Chaz Bowden. And Chaz is just a tremendous kid to be around. He's one of those guys that when he speaks, everybody stops to listen. To be 15 years old and to be able to say that about his character and just his approach is, man, that's just tremendous. What a blessing and what a huge honor to have a guy like that on our team. And we put him in some situations, and his JV scores were outstanding. And the varsity scores that he was able to turn in, we're looking forward to having him play some big roles in the near future. So that's to Chaz Bowden. They asked for a most improved, and I couldn't narrow it down to just one. I had to go with two. So my two most improved were Baylor Woodall and Jace Keene. And both of these guys started off the year shooting significantly higher scores than they finished the year with. And I'm just proud of their work ethic. They show up with great attitudes, and they try to bring it every day in an effort to get better. And that's all that we can ask of any of them. So for what they do and the quality that they give our team, it's just amazing. And I have to thank those guys, and they're my most improved. They asked for a leadership award, and although they wanted one, I think I've got two that are pretty good. And the first is going to go to a guy that didn't start the season with us, but the more I'm around him, the more I'm just completely impressed by his demeanor, by his competitive spirit, and by his work ethic, and that's Lane Oram. And Lane's going to do big things. We're going to get him back out on the course early next year, and we're gonna see if we can't do something special again, and even break into the state tournament as a team. And Lane's going to be a big part of that. Another guy who is who's going to have to get the leadership award is Griffin Gaunts. And Griffin's a guy that didn't play in every big tournament, but he still found a way to show up and support his teammates, and would follow him around and would take his Saturdays to cheer the guys on. And I just got tremendous respect for that, and I love how he serves and puts others first. And man, you got to get something for that. Sportsmanship award, it's going to go to my man Charlie Dugan. Charlie's a guy that is a senior this year, and he's going to be leaving us, but his attitude and his effort just can't be topped. And I give him the Sportsmanship Award not for what he did in his rounds, but for what he did in our practices. Charlie's one of the first guys to go help some of the new guys understand golf or mechanics, and what this guy does in the future is gonna be bright. And I just look forward to being a part of it and seeing it. And Charlie, thank you. And last but not least, they asked for a team MVP. And since we had the regional runner-up, Charlie Spiller is our guy this year. We put Charlie as an 8th grader in some tough situations to go out and perform and really carry our team. And he came through, and we know we got a lot to work on with him. But his game is impressive, and where he's going is going to be impressive. I can already see a huge improvement in every aspect of our guy Charlie. As he continues to grow, I know we'll all be rooting him on. What a fantastic golf season. I just really appreciate having the opportunity. I really hope that I get the chance to do it again, and we get a chance to make another run at this. I appreciate you guys. If you need anything, you know I'm here for you.
Hi everyone, my name is Brad Bashan. I am the girls golf coach here at Lexington Catholic. 2020 was a very good year for the girls golf team. We had an overall record of 86-34. We played in 9 tournaments. In the 9 tournaments, we had our first win in a very, very long time. We had a 2nd place finish, a 3rd place finish, and 2 4th place finishes. So we had a very good year as a team. We're a pretty young team, so we're looking forward to next year doing even bigger and better things. We had some very good individual finishes. Ashley McLaughlin had a 2nd place finish and a 5th place finish. Carrie Ann Campbell had a 5th place finish, and Bella Brooks had a 4th place finish. So great job to those girls, really good playing. We had a very young team, but we had 3 seniors on the team. So the 3 seniors we would like to recognize, who have all been on the golf team for all 4 years of their career, and they saw a pretty big transformation in our program. So thank you, girls. Morgan Rader, Haley Hostetter, and Ashley McLaughlin. Great job, girls. So we also have some individual awards to pass out. So first we have the most improved player. The most improved player this year goes to Amelia Crace. Great job, Amelia. Secondly, we have the freshman award, and the freshman award goes to Carrie Ann Campbell. Carrie Ann had the 3rd lowest scoring average on the team, and we're really looking forward to see what Carrie Ann can do in the upcoming years. The next award is the Rising Star Award, which goes to another freshman, Macy Cecil. Macy had a good season. I think Macy thinks she could have played even better, and I know she can, but she still had a great season, and we're looking forward to see what Macy can do in the coming years. The Leadership Award goes to Haley Hostetter. Haley, great job. Haley had an injury while she was playing this year, which made it a little hard for her at the end of the year, but she hung in there and did a great job and was a huge improved player from her freshman year through her senior year. So congratulations, Haley. Then we have the Coaches Award. The Coaches Award goes to Bella Brooks. Bella had our 2nd best average on the team this year. Bella works really hard and has a great future ahead of her. And I know Bella didn't think she played as good as she could play this year. But I know next year Bella's going to play great, and we're looking forward to that. Lastly, we have our most valuable player. And our most valuable player is Ashley McLaughlin. Ashley had a great season. She shot a 76 and finished 2nd in the Henry Clay Invitational. She also had a 5th place finish this year, and every year Ashley's score got better and better. So our most valuable player, Ashley McLaughlin. So that wraps it up for this year. We're looking forward to next year, like I said. Hopefully we'll do even bigger and better things. Thank you.
Hi everybody, this is Coach Brownie here, and with me is Erica. We're happy to talk about our season tonight and tell you a little bit about how our year went. So we were very excited to have a cross-country season, because at the beginning we didn't know whether we would be able to run or compete, but thankfully we were able to do that, and we had a great season. We had a wonderful group of runners, and they all pulled together, all supported each other, and every single person on our team led to our success. We had an unbeaten season going into with the boys team. We had an unbeaten season. We won every single meet going into state meet, and with the girls, for the first time, we made it to the state meet since the first time we had a full team since 2016. So we were very excited about how everybody did, and we just wanted to recognize a few people. We want to recognize our whole team tonight, and just tell them how proud we are of them and how much they mean to us, and we really appreciate all the efforts and all the support they gave each other.
And I just an added note that I really enjoyed helping out this year and helping Bernie, and getting to be on the other side of being a parent on the cross country team for many years, and getting to get to know all the runners personally. From just cheering them on as a parent to now being within the coaching, and it was really quite the opportunity, and I really loved it. Enjoyed myself. Thank you.
So tonight we have a few awards, but if we could give an award to every single person on our team, we would want to do that. Every single person, from the fastest to the slowest runner on our team, everybody counts. And we are really going to miss our seniors that were with us this year, and we know that they'll go on to wonderful things. So we really appreciate all the support from all our runners, and especially from our parents and families. I think at the beginning of the season, we start as individuals, then we come together as a team, and then we end as a family. And I think that we can definitely say that we were a great cross-country family. So a couple of awards tonight. It's always hard, like I said, giving awards to different people, but we really want to recognize each of our runners. So the first award is Runner of the Year. And the Runner of the Year in the male category would be John Reinhardt. He was the #1 freshman in the state all season, and we're very proud of him. And then our female Runner of the Year is Joanna Bryant, and she finished 14th in the state meet and made all-state, and she's currently in the 7th grade at Christ the King. So we're very proud of her, and she's really going to go on to do some great things. As for our most improved, in our male category, we had Josh Taylor, who was last year in the middle of the pack in the junior varsity. He worked super hard all summer and made such a big difference. And so Josh Taylor, and our other recipient would be Matt Drummond. Matt Drummond, all 4 years, has worked hard and constantly strived to improve, and made the varsity team and made it to the state meet for the first time. So very proud of them too. And then in our female category, Gianna Bellotta, who struggled with hip injuries last season, came back for a great season, improved by 3 minutes this season, and made it to the top. She was in the top 5 in every single race, so we're very proud of her too. And then our Spirit Award, we really appreciate how all our team was very spirited, but there were a few that stood out in our mind, and Lincoln Combs was one of them in the male category. He was at every single meet. He was at regionals. It was so cold, and he took off his pants and gave them to one of the runners that forgot to wear his pants. But
he had shorts underneath.
He did have shorts. He did have shorts. He did have shorts underneath, so everything was good. So Lincoln Combs, and also our next one will be Henry Box. Henry Box was always so excited to be at practice, broke down every single practice, and was always there cheering everybody on. And then in our female category, we have Amelia Monahan, who really worked hard to get the girls to think how to aspire to be better. And that's really a wonderful contribution to the team. So Amelia Monahan, and then Kristen Drummond, who is always very creative about ways to celebrate everyone on our team. So that was their Great Spirit Awards. So Rookies of the Year, in the men's category, we have 3 rookies of the year, because it would be really, really hard to say they all played a huge part. We had 3 freshmen in our top 5 runners of our team, and that would be John Reinhardt, Rowan Williams, and Owen Lane. And each of them played a different part in the team, but John Reinhardt was the leader of the team, and then Rowan Williams, he came back from a lot of adversity. He fell down, got up, fell down, got up, and finished the race, and we're very proud of him. And then Owen Lane, he was always very steady, worked really hard, and constantly improved, and ran really well at the state meet too. So we're very proud of them. And then in our rookie category for female, we would have Caitlin Kelly, who came to our team, played softball, and worked really, really hard, and made the top 5 in our team and made it to the state. So we're very proud of them also. And then we have a category called Bleed Blue. And the Bleed Blue is a category for the athletes or runners that consistently work very hard for the betterment of the team. And they're always very consistent, and they always check on their teammates and always make sure everyone's doing well. And for our male category, we have David Reinhardt and Dominic Bellotta. And then in the female, we have Emmy Kay and Kate Regard. And they all did a wonderful job of running consistently, training hard, and always being there for their team. And I think those are all our awards. But again, we just want to thank everybody for making this a successful season for us, for the administration who helped us and guided us to be able to do what we love to do. And I think that the team had a wonderful experience. We made lots and lots of great memories, and 2020 will go down as a successful and happy year for the Lexington Catholic cross country team.
At the end of each season, Lexington Catholic football players vote on a number of awards, including the Father Buter Leadership Award. And this year's winner is very well deserving. This senior is a true team leader, one of our team captains. He was voted overwhelmingly by his teammates through his actions and his deeds and his words. The 2020 Father Buter Leadership Award winner is Dylan Bracken. At the end of each season, the Lexington Catholic players will vote on a number of awards, and one of those awards is the Team Offensive MVP. This year, we had a tie in the voting. The 2 players that are going to be named co-MVP are junior quarterback Jack Goman, who had 17 touchdown passes this year, and senior wide receiver Jackson Corbett, who led the team in receptions and also had 4 touchdown catches this year. Both of these 2 young men did a great job in helping to lead one of the top offenses in the state and are well deserving of winning the team's co-offensive MVPs this year. The Lexington Catholic football team gives a number of awards out that are voted on by the players after the season is over. One of those awards is the Defensive MVP Award. And in a very close vote, only separated by a couple of votes, were 2 very well-deserving young men. So the coaching staff felt that it was appropriate to name, based on the votes, these 2 young men as co-defensive MVPs, Jack Powell and Lance Wasick. Jack Powell led the team in overall tackles and was a very explosive player for the Lexington Catholic defense this year. And Lance Wasick was second on the team in tackles and led the team in tackles for loss and had a very good season from the defensive end spot. Both of these two young men very well deserving. They both made great strides from their junior to their senior year and are going to be named this year's co-defensive MVPs. Every year, the Lexington Catholic football coaches give out a number of awards, including the Squire Award. The Squire is the knight in training traditionally, and so for our Squire Award, we select freshmen that have, through their actions and through their dedication to the team, stood out as full knights in training. And this year, the Squire Award, out of a number of high-quality candidates, is going to be given to two freshmen, Joe Schlarman and Jackson Wasick. For the 2020 football season, Lexington Catholic will be giving out 2 awards for our special teams MVP. These two players, both in their own way, had a great impact on the game from a special teams perspective. Number one is sophomore kicker Max DeGraff. Max was 100% on extra points this year, 8 of 9 on field goals, making big kicks at big times, and then also having a very huge impact on kickoffs this year. And the second player to win the special teams co-MVP is J.D. Woodall. J.D., as a punt and kick returner, led the team in all-purpose yards, scoring on a kick return and having big returns at big times to set up for our offense moving forward to go score. So our special teams co-MVPs this year for the 2020 football season, Max DeGraff and J.D. Woodall. The awards for Lexington Catholic football for the 2020 season is called the Coaches Award. The Coaches Award is a very special award decided by the coaches that can represent a couple of different things. It can represent a player that we feel has the nature and the attitude and the knowledge of a coach on the field, somewhat of an extension from the sideline to the field. It also can recognize special dedication that a player may have to the game of football, to his teammates, and to those around him. And so for the year 2020, we are going to provide 2 Coaches Awards and have 2 recipients. Those 2 recipients both represent that extension from the sideline to the field and the extra dedication to play the game of football. And the 2 Coaches Award winners for this year are Pierce Hall and Jackson Klein. The Ironman Award that Lexington football coaches give out to players at the end of the season can represent a couple different things, and most often it represents the ability to push through struggle, to push through pain, to push through being uncomfortable, and to still go out and play and be an effective player. And so we have 3 young men who are going to be awarded the Ironman Award. We have 2 that had, in their careers, overcome injury to come back and be very effective and very good players over the last couple of seasons. And then we have another who kind of represents that push through, the idea of trying to always be on the field and never coming out, even when you're tired, even when things are uncomfortable. And so our 3 Ironman Award winners for this season are J.D. Woodall, Jackson Corbett, and Jack Powell. Prior to each game, the Lexington Catholic football team recites, led by its captains, the St. Ignatius Prayer. Dearest Lord, teach me to be generous. Teach me to serve you as you deserve, to give and not to count the cost, to fight and not to heed the wounds, to toil and not to seek for rest, to labor and never ask for reward, save that of knowing we are doing what you want. St. Ignatius of Loyola, pray for us. This award is given to the players that represent exactly what that prayer is about: to give and not to count the cost, to fight and not to heed the wounds, being selfless, being about everybody but yourself first. And so the St. Ignatius Award that we give out this year will go to the following 3 players: Jackson Klein, John Martin Sims, and Dylan Bracken. The St. Catherine's Spirit of Competition Award is given to players who have a dedication and a love of the game above all else. These 2 young men who are going to win this award have that spirit of brotherhood, the spirit of competition, and a spirit of dedication and selflessness to the Lexington Catholic football team in each their own way. The 2 winners have, through their words and through their actions, prove to their teammates and to their coaches that their spirit goes above all else for the love of the game. And the two winners for the award this year are Teddy Bullock and Adrian Treadwell. In an age of football in which favor and attention follow statistics, the offensive and defensive linemen usually don't get the recognition that they well deserve. So we have an award for the outstanding linemen to recognize players on the offensive and defensive line who have impacted the game with their play and with their attitude and are well deserving of an award. So we are going to award one offensive lineman and one defensive lineman together the Outstanding Lineman Award. They have both impacted the game in ways that go beyond measured statistics. Those two players are Quentin Duffy and Lance Wasik. Lexington Catholic Football has a special award that we call the Leather Helmet Award. This award was created by three very special coaches for Lexington Catholic Football: Dan Spanish, Jody DeRamo, and the late George Ewing. All of these men have history behind them. They've got great stories, and they all connect back to an era long past in which the helmets were leather and the game was different. And as they created this award, the idea was to give recognition to players who were throwbacks and reminded them of an era of football that they played in. The idea wasn't just that they were tough, but they had a certain grit and a certain nastiness and a certain dedication to playing the game hard, no matter what would be in front of them. And so we've got three young men who are very well deserving of the Leather Helmet Award. Those three young men all play with that edge and that grit. They are Harrison Romero, Jack Malley, and Jack Powell.
Hello, I am Jonathan Kinchlow, the Lexington Catholic boys soccer coach, and this year, like all things with 2020, was a challenge. We had such an extended preseason that lasted for over a month of only conditioning. We weren't allowed to do much, but we had guys come out each and every day showing that they're committed to the cause and wanting to support and get this program off the ground and get a season in, and fortunately we were able to do that. We had challenges with COVID just like everybody else. But without the senior leadership this year, we wouldn't have been able to be successful or have any success at all. And I'd want to recognize those seniors: Declan Perry, Max Bobrowski, Joseph Dilger, Connor Oddie, Jack Hanna, Drew Vizana, Nick Milliken, and Ethan Ladd. Those guys have given us great service, a lot of them for 5 years, as most of them played as 8th graders. And I'm going to be sad to see them go, but wish them all the best of luck and want them all to know that they're always going to be a part of the Lexington Catholic family and that we are here to support them at any time, whenever they need. They know where to find us. I'd also like to recognize some awards this year that we're giving out. It's Senior Leadership Award. These guys kind of grew into this role, and it wasn't necessarily all about what they could do on the field, but it was what they were giving on and off the field and providing each and every day with their peers and kind of bringing the group together and keeping everybody positive. And that's Drew Vizana and Jack Hanna received our Senior Leadership Award this year. Outstanding work this year, bringing the team together and keeping everybody positive and always with a smile on their face during very challenging times. We have a Freshman of the Year, which he got to play a couple minutes in the varsity game this season as he continued to grow and improve across the season. But he shined on the JV side and was very impressive with his effort and dedication and his willingness to do anything that was asked of him. And our Freshman of the Year this year is Michael Barnett. Congratulations, Michael. A new award this year is Rising Stars. These guys are recognized for their growth over the course of the season and how much potential they end the year on, and what we look forward to them being able to do as they return next year. And the Rising Stars this year are Jackson Wojcicki and Kevin Navarez. Congratulations, fellows. Great work. And our team MVPs this year, we're both offensive and defensive. These guys kind of share this award because they did a little bit of everything. And without either one of them, we would have scored very few to have very little points at all. They combined for over 90% of all of our points tallied, whether it be by assisting or scoring the goals. And that is Wells Durham, and our all-around MVP for the season, who played pretty much every position I asked him to play, whether it be starting out of defense, moving up top, or in the midfield. The other MVP this year is Bennett Kern. Congratulations, fellas. Look forward to those guys returning next season and creating another opportunity for us to make a run at some titles. And I wish the seniors the best of luck, and appreciate everybody's patience and support through this very difficult year. It's all behind us soccer-wise, but we keep pushing forward together, and we continue to support one another. So best of luck to everybody, and God bless.
Hi, I'm Coach Quigley. I'm here to recap the Lexington Catholic girls soccer team's 2020 season. We were the district champion, the region champion, and the state runner-up. We had a wonderful season, and I think we had the best team. And I want to thank first the coaches Megan Skinner, Javier Garcia Pena, and Katie Branch, and of course the trainers that we had, Susie, and also the managers, Caroline and Miss Timko. Just real quickly, we overcame a lot of injuries. We had injuries to McCain Sims, Rachel Stevens, Anna Vish, Sophie Skinner, and we lost Bailey Stevenson for the most of the season. And so we had to do a lot to get where we got, and we did it because we had a lot of good players. We had players that got along and I think loved each other. And so I'm going to do it, recognize them according to their number, because it's on. I'm looking at a roster. At the meeting we had earlier with the parents about this, I did it alphabetically, so it's going to be different. And of course, it's going to be not just the voting of the players, but my take on some awards. So here we go. We got Bailey Stevenson. She was a captain and MVP. She is just a wonderful human being and a wonderful player. I can't believe we got as far without her. I mean, it's just amazing that we did. And she also got the Sharon Borghese Award, which is the most important award at a banquet for character and drive and everything that it makes to be a good human being. Next is Ellie Terraza. She's the funniest player on the team by far, and she also is a Gummer Scholar, which is the proudest thing I have for her. Also, I think that she may have been the one who voted me the most likely to cuss, but we'll talk about that later, Ellie. Next is Abby Rowe. Abby Rowe gets a coach's award for her undying devotion to soccer and how hard she played in every single game. And she also was all Final Four, which is very spectacular. Congratulations. Next is Catherine Truitt. She's all region. She was first team all state. She was all city. And she also was the player of the year in the region. Then we have Tia Jackson, a senior, just like Bailey and Ellie. She's a senior, and she was a really great surprise this year. Contributed in almost every single game, and she was most improved. Then we have Mary Martin Hampton, who was all region and all city, and I think she may have been all district too. By the way, the academic honors were given out at the meeting we had before, so they're not being mentioned now. Next we have Farrah Weldon, who gets the coach's award because without her we couldn't have had a practice. She filled in at goalkeeper. She did everything that she could to make our team successful. I mean, she really was like having an assistant coach there. The team wouldn't have been successful without Farrah. Anna Vish, well, Anna's a wonderful human being, and she was the best teammate. She was hurt at the end of the season, but she was there at every practice. It was just typical of this team, and she was part of the heart of the team. We had Ashley McLaughlin, who she was a 110% award winner, and she also, though, is really a glue type player because she won her position in every single game of the season, meaning that wherever she was playing, she was the best player at that position, and that made us as good as we were. Next is Olivia Bretz, who has a list of things. She was All-State Honorable Mention. She was All-City. She was All Final Four, and she was a great addition this year and really changed the whole direction of the team. Next is Emma James Bryant, who has a list of things. I'm going to not have everything that she has on her list, but she was all region. She was most valuable to the district. She's a first team all-state player, and she was all-state last year too, by the way. She's all-city, and she's a captain and an MVP, just like Bailey. Those captains did an incredible job this year. Next is Emily Scanlon, who was second team all-state. She was all-district, and she was all-region. She was the MVP of the region, by the way. And she was also all-city and all Final Four. And Emily had a wonderful season. Congratulations, Emily. And then finally, Kaylee Opaka was all-district and captain and MVP, and she ran the team on the field. She replaced me and the coaches with her direction, and we would not have gotten where we gotten without her. I just want to thank everybody. I hope I didn't leave anybody out. The thing is, there's so many people that aren't mentioned, that there's significance. We weren't just a team. We didn't have a team of stars. We had a team of individuals that were just terrific, and it was a wonderful ride.
Hi, my name is Ashley Federley, and I'm the head volleyball coach at Lexington Catholic. The volleyball team had a very unique season this year. Despite a late start date, 2 separate team quarantines, limited practice, and some injuries, we still managed to have a very competitive season. We picked up some excellent regional wins against Madison Central, Scott County, Western Hills, and Woodford County. The team finished playing their absolute best match of the season against #1 ranked Dunbar in districts. We came extremely close to pulling off the upset, but fell short. Needless to say, that loss has left our team motivated and already beginning preparations for the 2021 season. I would like to thank our coaches, Catherine Sandifer, Olivia Carter, and Catherine Burns, for their tremendous amount of help this season. I would also like to thank Jennifer and Jeremy Alexander, Jennifer Holbrook, Brandy Quinn, and Barbara Conklin for helping with our overall season, senior night, and home matches. Now I would like to announce our team awards for 2020. Our Freshman Athlete of the Year goes to Lauren Moore. Our JV Athlete Player of the Year goes to Ava Conklin. Our Sportsmanship Award goes to Avery Alexander. Our Leadership Award goes to Sarah Prizanzano. Our Most Improved Award goes to Alexin Sparks. Our Offensive MVP this year goes to Jackie Droz. Our Defensive Player of the Year goes to Lucy Wedding. Our Coaches Award goes to Olivia Quinn. And our Team MVP this year goes to Anna Schnur. We also have a couple of district and city awards to announce. This year's District All-Tournament Team Award goes to Anna Schnur and Lucy Wedding. For our city awards, our first team goes to Lucy Wedding, and honorable mention goes to Anna Schnur. Finally, I would like to take a moment to recognize our 3 seniors, Olivia Quinn, Anna Schnur, and Alexin Sparks. These seniors gave everything they had this year to enable our team to compete at the highest level possible. All 3 of these players left it on the court, and we are proud of all of them. These 3 seniors will go down as one of our top senior classes as far as leadership, dedication, commitment, and love for the game. We will miss them very much next year, but wish them the best in their future endeavors. Thank you again, LC Volleyball, for another great year in the books.